I don't want to start getting in on the tethers, but I just got to touch on just some of the contempt. We're so rent free. I saw one video, some girl, she did a YouTube where there's another one of these YouTubers whining about foundational Black Americans. This one, she's a Haitian woman telling that same lie about how um, foundational Black Americans would beat up on them just because they were Haitian and all. Stop it. Look, where's this channel? This woman here. Hold on. Fair use, by the way. This is some woman. I just ran her. She don't even have a lot of views. This is about to give her the most clout she's ever had. She only got like 100 and some views. But just this narrative. This is the Haitian immigrant talking about, and I don't get advice from people who fled their homeland. I just don't. But here she is talking about how she was treated when she got here. Hold on.
Like, how are white people the devil? When I came to America, white people didn't hit me, you did. White people didn't belittle me, you did. White people didn't tell me that I'm nothing, you did. White people didn't try to like harm me, you did.
Okay, let me stop there. Let me talk to the tether class for a minute when y'all say that, especially, ma'am, if you coming from Haiti. The white supremacists did all that stuff to you. That's why y'all had to have a Haitian revolution. The French were slaughtering you, and you had to rise up, and you had good brothers like Dessalines and Toussaint Louverture and Jean Zombie and some of these people who fought these white supremacists back. And the white supremacists are still indirectly decimating your homeland, man. But let me let you eat. Let me let you eat a little bit. All right, hold on.
So if white people are the devil, why were you acting like one? You get me? Now it transformed from being people that you should have no parts of to being people that now you should be concerned with because they're mentally ill. I'm just taking you through the process of me kind of like being a foreign Black person, right? And I know this might be a tough for people to hear, because what I learned is that when it comes to conversations like this, which is why I avoid it at all costs, I realize that it's so charged emotionally that even if you're telling the truth and it's the real truth of what you experience, if it doesn't fit into a particular narrative, people want to shut it down. They want to kill it. No, you're not supposed to say that. No, you're only supposed to speak in this way. Again, this
is tether babble, but all right.
This is the whole point why this conversation needs to happen, so that this whole group think, this whole, fake kumbaya thing can stop, because it's not the truth. It's really just not the truth. There are people that have different experiences, right? I'm going to have a conversation that I've been avoiding having for...
And ma'am, if you get a decent lace front, at least glue it down right. Okay.
I don't know how long, but it needs to be had, right? Because especially as I look at that direction that things are going, it needs to be discussed. So I have a question, and this conversation is really designed to talk to the Black-skinned community, okay? And the reason I'm saying Black-skinned community is because living in America, you have to understand that when you hear a lot of conversations and they say Black people this, Black people that, it took me a very long time to understand that the reason, especially if you're a foreign Black person, the reason you may be looking at this and saying, what is Black people, or what were you getting this information from? That is African American culture oftentimes.
Right. Yes, which is true. We acknowledge that we are Black people. That's the main thing.
Black in America, African American people tend to not like to be called African American.
Right.
Trust me, it took me a while to learn this, years. Many actually prefer to be called Black. So because they prefer to be called Black, they use that interchangeably. So they might say Black or Black American. You follow?
Now we say foundational Black American, okay? That's why, we got to get this. That's why it was very important to clear this stuff up. Foundational Black American.
Or African American. But they identify themselves by their skin color. Whereas if you're a foreign Black person, you identify yourself by your nationality, your ethnicity. And if you're obviously on the continent of Africa, one of the various countries, you might identify yourself by your tribe, right? So this is a very different way of viewpoint of seeing yourself. The problem with it is because in America, the identity is the skin color, it drags a lot of different ethnicities and cultures of Black skinned people into the conversation. So,
okay, let me unpack that. Yes, we identify because of race, because if you just say American, there's a whole bunch of other people who done fled here who are now labeled American, who are different colors. So we identify with Black Americans, particularly foundational Black Americans, which differentiates us from other people who claim to be American. This is why we are foundational Black Americans, okay? Okay. And some of them coming from the Caribbean or Africa, a lot of times you don't say black because everybody's black skinned. Everybody's black for the most part. You're majority black there. You dig? So you guys focus on more of the tribal groups and all of these folks. All right. Hold on.
So my question would be this. It's why do you call yourself Black? I want you guys to really think about this. Like, why do you call yourself Black? Like, where does that concept come from? Like, why? Because you can search anything, Black community, Black culture, Black this. Why do you call yourself Black? Why? And when I've posed this question specifically to Black American people, what you'll always hear, this is what they see me as. This is what they think of me as. Okay. Now, guys, this is what gets me about this, because in America, if you've been here and if you've been raised around Black American culture, familiar with Black American culture, and it depends on what part of the country I had to learn you're from, right? In the northern states, I learned that it's more laxed.
Okay, she's about to get into a bunch of tether babble. So this thing, a foreigner is talking about, well, why do you call yourself Black? Is it something that they told you to call yourself? Well, that's like saying, okay, why do you call yourself Nigerian? You did? Because that was a name that a white person gave you. Yeah? Especially in Africa. When we go to Africa, a lot of these names of these African countries, these were countries that were white colonies. They were European colonies. So you're naming yourself after a European colony. And they want to be French. Yeah, okay. Why do you speak French? We can go there. Ethnically, we're foundational Black American. We can go there. And our experiences with colonization and imperialism and slavery, it creates unique identities and survival circumstances based on our proximity to some of these oppressive systems. We understand that. So we have no problem saying, hey, we're foundational Black Americans. We're not just Americans, we're foundational Black Americans. Yeah? We have no problem with that. Because to me, there's a dignity to that. We've survived something that a lot of people did not survive. And the dignifying thing is we are the foundations of this country because we didn't immigrate here, nor did we flee. You dig? That's right there. That's the thing that bothers all these other people. See, this thing, what she's doing, a lot of the tethers got this thing where they try to shame us out of claiming our ownership to the land. See, this is our joint right here. Yeah, we're occupied by the white supremacists. Your land is occupied by the white supremacists, ma'am. Don't come over here from Haiti and try to pull no rank. The reason why you fled from Haiti is because it's not popping there no more. The white supremacists and their white supremacist satellite adjacents, they can come into Haiti and assassinate your damn president, which is what they did last year. Remember? They just walked over there, went to the president's house and took him out. You dig? So if we got some questions, let's ask all the questions. You're under the thumb of white supremacy. We understand that. If we choose to stay and fight and fight for justice, we ain't fleeing. Major difference. We're not getting captured on film running across a border with a box of chicken getting beat by a white supremacist on a horse. All right? You fleeing while a white supremacist is on a horse in modern times. That stuff used to happen in slavery. We said no more. You trying to run across a border with a chicken plate and a white supremacist on a horse. We got a lot of questions, ma'am. Oh, we have a lot of questions. We ain't fleeing. And you're not going to shame us out of claiming our ethnic group, which are foundational Black Americans. All right? We have no problem with that. We are a different ethnic group. And there was some, I don't want to play her whole clip, but there was a part of the clip where she was talking about how she got, they were beating her up and they were beating up immigrants. They hated immigrants simply because they were from Haiti. You know, no. Because most likely you were down in Florida or New York. If any people were hating on you, it was probably other Caribbeans. Usually the Jamaicans, there's some things between the Jamaicans and the Haitians. They don't like each other. That's y'all fighting each other because of your ethnic group. Foundational Black Americans don't do that. We don't sit up here and try to jump on you and beat just because you are Haitian or Caribbean. We don't do that. That's not in our culture. It's not even practical for us to do that. That's a lie. The other Caribbeans, y'all sit up here banging on each other simply because you're from some different Caribbean area. The Jamaicans got a thing about the Haitians. The Dominicans, oh, y'all know y'all go back and forth with each other. Hell, even now, when y'all mosey on over there to the Dominican Republic, they start banging on you. Y'all be banging on each other because of that bullshit, not us. Don't put that on us. You're not going to put that on us. Because for the most part, when you come over here, you're a black person. We don't look at you. We don't know where you're from. If you are from Haiti or whatever, we don't know you're from Haiti. Unless you have a crazy accent or whatever, we don't even trip on the accent. We clown you because you ain't got no swag. Yeah? Yeah, it was those Americanized Caribbeans. No, yeah, we don't trip on people like that. Yeah, she was probably talking crazy and you got checked. Because that's what usually happens. Usually, a bunch of tethers come around us doing something slick, lying and scheming and trying to pit people against each other. We call them out, and then they turn around. Oh, you niggas are xenophobic. You hate me because I'm Ugandan. You hate me, niggas. No, nigga, you over here lying and scheming. Ain't got nothing to do with you being Ugandan, but the fact that you're a tether under that lets us know why you're doing what you're doing. You dig? So yeah, we're not gonna let you project that stuff on us. We're not gonna let you do that at all. We ain't playing that game.